You know what the f*** you are!
Podcast.
Baby! Wake up! Time to go!
If you're listening to this, welcome to the podcast, baby. I'm really cool.
And I'm the Cartman, and this is BroSports.
We hope you all had a great Thanksgiving.
It's great food, family, and football.
Because we took a week off, we're going to slightly alter the format of our show tonight. We're still going to discuss current sports headlines and predict each game in the NFL.
Or newly remodeled turning points.
If we're going to keep this short, we better get started. You ready?
Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
Talk about sports.
He did stick his nose in there and everything else he had. And it's tight and it's right up there. You see he's going to bring it right in darn near to his chin at the end. You just got the feeling that he smelled the 8-hole and then got it in the end zone. It's not that hard to get a tight end open. And that guy sits inside you, just cut it off and run right across his face.
Now for the section of our show that's dedicated just to sports.
How am I supposed to get my mouth around that?
That's what she said.
So I got a headline for you, Cartman, that a lot of people are talking about right now, but I'm still interested to hear what your take is on it.
All right, what's that? Because you know
Right.
mine's always right.
I know. So I want to hear what the right answer is.
Okay.
Either Jim or John Harbaugh. Which one of them Harbaugh's coaches in San Francisco?
You know, I have no idea. I always try to
Their
think.
first names are freaking the same, and they're twins. Are they twins? I don't know.
I don't know either. They
They're
do
the
look
same
alike.
amount of ugly. Yeah. All right. So
I thought they were kind
Harbaugh.
of cute.
Harbaugh has benched Alex Smith, as we know, because it's on every single sports show,
Yes.
after returning from injury. So far, Smith has been playing pretty well, but Harbaugh prefers the upside that Kaepernick can bring. In your opinion, who should be the starting quarterback in San Francisco?
Oh gosh.
Did you know I was going to ask this?
I did.
Oh.
Because it's on every sports show, and this is a sports
Yep.
show, so I expected it coming. But
Good.
I don't know. I think you kind of I don't know. It's hard to say because
Good point. That's a good point.
Smith, yeah, I know. Because Smith didn't lose the job. He was playing well. He has a completion percentage of 70%. But Kaepernick's upside is a lot more, for the future. But it is kind of messed up that Smith wasn't playing bad, and he was only injured for 1 week and lost his starting
But
job.
you always tell me that feelings and football don't mix. I like Matt Castle. Should Matt Castle be the starting quarterback? Hell no. You know what I mean?
Why do you like Matt Castle?
He's a nice guy.
Oh, okay. It's not that. I think Alex Smith is a nice guy. I just think
He's
that
cute.
he was playing well. He took his team to the NFC Championship game last year.
And he
was
didn't
playing
lose.
well.
It wasn't Alex Smith's fault that they lost that playoff game. It
Yeah,
was the fact
true.
that their punt returner muffed 2 punts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Right.
What do you think? You think
I think
Kaepernick
he's
should
making.
start?
I think he's making the wrong decision starting Kaepernick. I like Kaepernick. I think Kaepernick should be the starting quarterback next year. But the risk that Harbaugh is making by starting him early with Smith playing well is that if they do not make it to the Super Bowl, then there will be the questions, well, if Alex Smith was the quarterback, would they have gone to the Super Bowl? So you're really putting young Colin Kaepernick in, is that how you say his damn name?
Kaepernick?
Well, that's not right.
Kaepernick. I don't know.
In a
Is that
position
Jim or John?
that,
Is it Jim or John Kaepernick?
but you're putting him in a very difficult position because he's pretty much got to go all the way, or it's going to be considered, or his play will be questioned.
Well, but now that there's this debate, it doesn't matter who the starting quarterback is.
Exactly. If they were to put Alex Smith in,
if they
I know what
don't
you-
make
yeah.
it to the Super Bowl and win, everybody's going to be saying, "Oh, the other guy should have been starting."
Right.
Everyone's going to be saying that,
Right.
And it doesn't matter who the starting quarterback
Right.
is. But I think
So Harbaugh's put a lot of pressure on his team right now,
Oh,
and I
definitely.
don't think it's necessarily deserved. I don't necessarily think Kaepernick is going to win you a game that Alex Smith wouldn't have. Kaepernick might look cooler doing it, and he might be harder to prepare for, but I don't think he's going to, You know what I mean? I didn't really say anything, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Did you hear the interview with him? I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I've been working graveyard, so I get days mixed up. But where he said, yeah, Kaepernick's our starting quarterback. And so is Alex Smith. Did you hear when he said that?
No, I didn't. He's kind of just a weird dude, though.
He is. I don't think he wants anybody to know. But, you know,
I don't
if you
think he
think
cares,
of,
honestly.
one other thing I was thinking about, though, is if, he could be using Kaepernick now throughout the regular season for just a few games, because right now I think he has a better chance of winning than Smith does, because nobody knows how Kaepernick plays. You know, they don't know anything about him. So he could win him a couple games, try to bump the record up a little bit more, and then get Alex Smith back in like 2 weeks before the playoffs and have him play throughout the playoffs.
No, that's not going to happen. You got to make a
You don't
decision,
think that'll happen?
man. No. It's
there's a reason why they're coaches
idea.
and we're
it's interesting.
not.
I don't think that'll happen. My next sports headline. Michael Vick has failed yet again another concussion test. Now, I'm starting to wonder why. Is there something that maybe is motivation for Reed, the Eagles, and or Vick to have Vick continue to fail these tests? Kind of like, here's what I'm thinking about. Like, by Michael Vick continuing to fail these tests, it's kind of a win-win situation for both the Eagles and Vick. Because the Eagles can now release Vick at the end of the year, and Vick kind of has this excuse as to why his stats were a lot lower this year because he was hurt. And
Yeah.
the Eagles kind of don't look as much of a bad guy for releasing him.
Yeah. What kind of test do they actually have to do?
I
Any
have
idea?
no clue.
Neither do I. But it's been, 3 weeks now? And you see quarterbacks around the league only sitting out 1 week for a concussion.
Right.
And he's been out like 3 weeks already. So that means that there might be something else going on. Plus, who knows how many concussions Vic had over his career.
Right.
It could be up to like 10 or 12, you know, maybe.
Sometimes
maybe,
concussions knock people out for the entire season, though.
Yeah.
That's what happened to
and,
Kevin Boss.
Yeah, that's what, concussion is what made Steve Young retire early.
Right.
It can make people retire as well.
Right.
So, who knows? Maybe we've seen the end of Vic.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't know.
You think they would have made, if
I
it
don't
was that bad, you think they would have made that decision by now? Instead of
Well,
every week being, maybe he's coming back.
Well, maybe they don't know it's that bad yet.
But it's very likely that Vic and Smith are both going to be looking for new teams next year. Are there any other starting quarterbacks that you think may be on the job hunt next year?
I
mean, starting quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure Tebow will be, but I don't even.
Yeah.
But I'm not considering him a starting quarterback by any means.
You know, I don't think there's going to be a lot of starting quarterbacks moving teams this
Me
year.
neither.
Except for those two.
I mean, when you look over the teams, pretty much everybody is either set at quarterback or they have like a project that
a
they're
guy
working
for the
on.
future. Yeah.
That might make Vic and Smith hot commodities for the teams that are really deficient at quarterback. Go ahead.
I was going to say, which quarterback would you rather see in Kansas City?
You know, I've been thinking about this, and I would rather see Michael Vick in Kansas City. And I know
that's
most
horrible.
people would take Smith because Smith is more, you know, the best ability that a quarterback has is availability. You know, can he play? And Vic doesn't have a lot of availability. He's always hurt. He's only played 16 games once in his entire career. But here's why I would go with Vic. It's because I look at Smith and I see a slightly better Matt Castle. Smith will not go in there and change the team. He's not going to add excitement. He's not going to. You're going to have pretty much the same manage the game type player.
Do you know what Smith doesn't do that Matt Castle does, though?
What?
Is turn the ball over.
All right,
It's huge.
He doesn't do that.
Smith-
No, but I don't think it's because of Alex Smith. I think he's in a great system. I think John Harbaugh is a great coach, and he's able to create a well-disciplined team, and Romeo Crennel is not able to create a well-disciplined team. I think that has a bigger deal to do than the ability or non-ability of Alex Smith.
Yeah. Honestly, if I was a team, I would, like a general manager of a team, I don't think I'd go after either one of these guys. Vic, I would not want Vic on my team. And Smith, you know, he's not exciting, like you said. He throws the ball 7 yards and hands the ball off.
I want one
he
of
does,
these
but it's
two
effective.
guys, and I want the Chiefs to trade down their probable number one pick and trade it down for extra picks and down to like 10 or something. And I bet both quarterbacks, Geno Smith and Barkley, will both be there, and you can choose which one you want out of those two. So get Vic and draft a quarterback in the first round.
If the Chiefs draft Barkley, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Why?
I don't know. There's something about USC quarterbacks failing in the NFL.
know, right?
I mean, look at Mark Sanchez, Matt Leinart, Matt Castle. You know what I mean?
Yep, I know what you mean.
And I think Carson Palmer, he was a USC quarterback. He's starting in the NFL, but for one of the worst teams in the league. I think.
You know what? Honestly, I think I know where Michael Vick's going to go. I don't think it's going to be Kansas City. I think Michael Vick, we're going to see him in green next year. Again. With the New York Jets.
Oh, New York Jets.
I think it's going to go Jets
that
because the Jets have a history of just drafting a quarterback just to sell seats, it seems like. Or not drafting a quarterback, I mean signing a quarterback just to sell seats. They did it with Tebow.
Yeah.
They did it with Brett Favre. I guess that's not a huge history, but it's history enough.
Yeah, I think Vic in New York, that would just fit. I would love to see him and
Rex Ryan?
Ryan
I know,
yelling
right?
at each
Doesn't
other.
that seem like it's going to happen?
Yeah. I don't know. I could see Smith going to a team like
Arizona?
Arizona, maybe. Oh, Arizona, that'd be interesting. Division rival.
Yeah, but you see that happen a lot.
I was thinking more like Jacksonville or Tennessee.
Oh, yeah,
Team like
yeah.
that.
So Jamal Charles has received some criticism for asking Peyton Manning for an autograph after a loss. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I have.
Do you think there's anything wrong with this?
Absolutely not, because every NFL player is a football fan. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all.
Nothing at all.
I mean, nothing at all. I don't think so. 'Cause, you know, every guy's a football fan. He may have been getting it for his son or his cousin or somebody.
He's getting it for his mom.
See, yeah. How can you hate somebody for that?
I do.
Well, yeah, 'cause you hate Peyton Manning and the Broncos.
I hate Peyton Manning and the Broncos. That does factor into me not liking what he does. But the main reason is that the Chiefs, they just seem like they do not care that they suck. And as a fan, it pisses me off. I used to watch every single press conference that the Chiefs held, for like years and years and years. And I haven't watched a Chief press conference in a long time because every time I do, I just get so pissed off how Romeo Crennel doesn't even seem to care that his team sucks. And we talk a lot of crap about Rex Ryan, but at least it's obvious that he cares that his team sucks.
Yeah, that's true. But
And
does
it
it
drives
really
me
have,
crazy.
does that Jamal Charles asking Peyton Manning for an autograph, does that have anything to do with their losing? I mean, they still would have lost that game. I mean, did he go over
No,
at
but it does
halftime?
have to do with it just doesn't seem like he cares. If you care that you lost, you're not trying to track down Peyton Manning to get his autograph. If
Yeah.
you really care that you lost,
But it's for his mom.
it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
And it's Peyton Manning. It's a rival. You're not supposed to like him. I don't care who he is. I have a problem with it.
Maybe
And
he
I like
hates him, but
Jamal
his mom
Charles
loves
a lot, but I have a problem with that.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. Would you be
You know
saying
what?
the same
I would
thing
have
if
nothing
Jamal...
wrong with it if they were winning. If
Well,
they
yeah.
were, instead of 1-10, if they were 10-1, I'd have no problem with it.
Well, yeah, winning fixes everything.
Winning does fix everything, and the Chiefs aren't doing it, so nothing is fixed right now. And so I'm pissing everything. I don't care. Well, I see a player spit on the field, and I'm pissed off about that.
Yeah.
I'm just pissed off.
Yeah, it causes
Right.
someone to slip, and then the Chiefs lose. Surprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
What current mainstream player would you never want on your team, despite them being one of the best at their position?
I think this is coming from that Ndamukong Suh crap that's
It
going
is.
on. But,
How'd you know?
I don't know.
You're in my head, Cartman.
I know. But I would hate him on my team. Ndamukong
Me too.
Suh.
I hate
that guy
Ndamukong
so much.
Suh.
I hate players like that.
He's not a team player.
Well, he's not a team player because he doesn't.
A team
Care.
player wouldn't get as many personal fouls as he does.
Yeah. Stupid penalties and kicking people in the face and
Yeah,
all that stupid
God.
stuff, man.
I hate that guy.
I hate him too. But, if the Packers signed him, I would probably be like, yes.
Would you? See, he's a guy that I just would not, just like for the same reason I always hated Larry Johnson, even when he was one of the best at his position, just because the asshat he was, a kind of a person.
Yeah. Larry Johnson did like to beat up women too much.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he
just
spit in women's faces. That's what he did.
strippers, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want a player like that.
Yeah.
Is there any other player though, like maybe out of like rivalry where you hate him so much? You've just hated him for so long.
Oh, Jared Allen. I could not have Jared Allen on the Packers. I would freaking flip out. He's one of my
I would love
most
it
hated players.
if he came back to Kansas City.
Jared Allen, or you know what? Being a Packers fan, playing against Brian Urlacher for the last 15 years, I would actually like it if Brian Urlacher played for the Packers because he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. Jared Allen though, he's just
And that
kind
goes
of
a long way.
jackass.
You can root against a guy on the field, but when they're a good guy, it goes a long way.
And there's a point where I hated Michael Vick so much, and you know what? It wasn't even because of the dogfighting thing. That I didn't really care about.
Oh, okay.
But I just hated Vic so much. I would when he was like one of the best at his position.
You just thought he was so overrated, and you were tired of hearing about it.
I never saw it, and I still don't get what people see in him. I don't see why Eagles paid him $100 million, which is a reason why I think that they cannot cut Vic and they won't be able to get rid of Vic this year.
A player I just can't stand is Phillip Rivers.
Oh yeah,
I don't like Phil. I think he's just. I don't know. I just don't like him when he talks. I don't like him when he's looking at stuff.
Yeah. I definitely.
If he wouldn't talk or look at stuff, I think he'd be all right.
I definitely would have said Jay Cutler, but I didn't want to go quarterback route, even though I said Vic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate Cutler. Him and his double chin.
I got a question for you, Packer fan. Green Bay got pretty beat up this week. Got spanked by what was struggling New York Giants team. Are you worried about Green Bay a little bit?
Yeah, well, kind of got to be with, I say it every time, but with all the injuries on the team.
Yeah.
We need to get people back healthy. We need that defense. That defense just couldn't stop them. I think when it was 14-7 and Giants had the ball back again, I was just like, they're not going to stop them. They're going to score again.
I was actually more upset with the offense, though. The offense
he couldn't. Yeah, Rodgers turned the ball over twice. Other than that pass to Jordy Nelson for a touchdown, they didn't.
I mean, they haven't been able to run the ball in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think they need to get. They need to focus in on their run game. They need to do something. That needs to be a priority this offseason, the run game. And it's not necessarily running back. It's a system. They're a pass-first team, and teams like that will always struggle running the ball because that's just not their mindset.
I don't know. The Packers, they'll turn it around. I mean, they're 7-4. They're in the driver's seat for the wild card, and they're only one game back in the division. I'm not too worried about them. Once players start getting healthy and coming back, I think they're going to be fine. But I am starting to worry that, they're not going to be as strong as the team as I thought they were going to be going into the season.
Yep. Especially this is the time of the year where you want to be playing your best football, where you're making runs for the playoffs, where you're shooting for the division, where you're trying to lock stuff up, and the Packers aren't playing their best football right now. Injuries or not, their good players aren't playing well. However, I do think that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are one of those teams that just when you start to doubt them, they make you look stupid.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make the playoffs, and I think they're going to beat Minnesota, and I think they're going to win some games this season, and they'll take the division still, because when you start to doubt them, Aaron Rodgers will make you look stupid for doubting him. He did it at the beginning of the season as well.
I think they're going to have to be able to outscore people.
Speaking about outscoring people, you're beating me in the picks by 2, so I kept it close, but you still gained one more game on me. We both broke 100 this week, though.
Nice.
I've picked 100 games exactly right, and you've picked 102. So let's go ahead and jump into the Week 13 predictions. Sunday is Jacksonville at Buffalo. God, one of these games that who cares? See, you get to this point of the season, and you just have a lot more games where you realize it doesn't matter who wins. Mm-hmm. Especially a game like this where there's not a lot of fantasy implications in the Jacksonville-Buffalo game.
Yeah, I think there might be one player from each team starting around the league. Well, I guess...
right, I have Stevie Johnson on one of my teams. Fred Jackson isn't really getting a whole lot of carries anymore, though.
No, he's been on my bench all year in fantasy. I've kept him in case Spiller got hurt, but...
Right.
And then Cecil Shorts. Is that his name? Cecil Shorts?
Well, that's true. He is... I like that player.
Yeah.
He puts out some pretty good numbers every once in a while.
Yeah, I never even heard of him until like last week. I was listening to a fantasy show, and they're like, start Cecil Shorts. I'm like, who the hell's that? And then he got like 2 touchdowns.
Start my what? Salute my who?
All right,
All right,
you
who do you
take
got in this game?
Oh, okay.
You want me to pick first?
No, I'll pick first. I'll
All
take
right, go.
Buffalo. It's their
All
home
right, you
team.
take Buffalo. I will take Jacksonville. So I need to catch up, and Jacksonville's been playing decent these past weeks. They almost beat Houston, and then they got their second win last week.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're kind of on a roll right now. Their offense with Chad Henne is clicking right now, and so I think they have a chance of beating Buffalo. It's definitely a chance I'm willing to take. See if I can get a pick on you.
All right.
All right, the next game, Seattle at Chicago.
Your turn to pick first, buddy.
Oh, dadgummit. I'm gonna go with.
Do it.
So it looks like Seattle's gonna have their two corners for this game. I believe they're both appealing their drug charge.
Yeah.
Do you know what their drug charge was?
Adderall.
Yeah, it's like an ADHD drug. But I guess players are taking that to they think it helps them perform better.
Helps them concentrate or with the
That's
mental
kinda
side
dumb.
of the game.
Actually, and Brandon Marshall, in an interview this week, mentioned that he heard how people take Viagra to help them play better.
Sports.
You heard that? Have you seen this?
No, I didn't hear nothing about
Yeah,
that.
football players take Viagra. Now, Viagra is not a substance that is illegal by the league. But then when other players were asked about it, they just started laughing. Like Lance Brigg just couldn't stop laughing. He's like, "What?" So,
Really?
if it's true or not, I don't know. If it's Brandon Marshall's kind of way of poking fun at his opponents this week, I could kind of see him doing that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a clever way to do it, I think.
It's got to be.
But
it
I
had to
don't
have
know.
been
Viagra, I bet it makes you run harder. Get it?
gross.
You get some bone-smashing hits.
Oh gosh.
Get it? Maybe it'll help you be a little bit more, erect and aware of what's going on.
Oh man, let's move on.
Help you,
Who do
help
you
you
got for this
stretch
game?
out. Help you stretch out for that hard-to-reach pass.
Okay, so who do you got?
It's at least got to give you more stamina.
What?
Something. More stamina. I'm
Staying
gonna
power.
Yeah. I'm going to take Chicago just because Seattle is not the same team on the road. They're so different. If this was in Seattle, I would take Seattle.
Hey,
and
wait.
not even
How
think
long did
about
it take you to come up with all this?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. And actually, I just saw that article today.
Oh, that's funny. But
I'm
anyways,
going to
go
take
ahead.
Chicago
Okay.
because Seattle's not the same team on the road.
Yeah,
Who you
I
got?
gotta take Chicago too. Seattle's only won one game on the road, so I'll take Chicago.
New England at Miami.
I'm gonna go with New England on this one. Divisional
Ooh.
game. Well, I was thinking because Miami's at home, they're in the hunt for the playoffs. They need to win, so it might be a trap game for New England. You know,
Nah.
there's a reason
New England's
why
got this.
they actually play
New
the
England's
football
playing
games they're seeing.
great right now. You know that over the past, I believe this stat might be a little bit incorrect, but I think over the past 3 seasons, Belichick is perfect at the end of the season. He's like 18-0 or something at the end of the season. So this is when the Patriots play really good football.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes when they get into the playoffs, they get outmatched or outcoached or outplayed or something. But oh my God, Drew Brees just threw another interception.
Nice.
But
Did you forget what you were saying?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but this is when they play good football. I think they're going to beat Miami pretty easily. All right,
Yeah,
the next
so
game, I accidentally went out of order a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it helped you out because you got to pick the easy game.
Oh, this next
one
game's
is
not
pretty
easy?
No, it's not.
Okay.
San Francisco at St. Louis.
Okay.
I'm
Who
going
do
to
you
go
got?
San Francisco, but it's hard.
Oh, shush. I got San Francisco too. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Arizona
Thanks.
Jets.
Oh, this one actually is hard. Who has to pick this one first? You do?
Yeah. Oh, this one is. Yeah. What the hell?
Both these teams, this is again one of those games that who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
I'll
I don't
take.
have any. None of these teams have any players on any fantasy teams.
I'll take Jets because they wear green.
Oh,
That's
a
the
good reason.
only reason.
You know, I'm going to take the Jets because even though they have some really horrible games, they also have some kind of surprising games where they play kind of well. And Arizona's not very good. They're on their 3rd quarterback in the season.
Yeah.
They can't run the ball. Their defense is good, but their offense is just so bad. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the end score of this game is like 3-6. That'd be cool if it was a 0-0 tie.
That'd be cool if it was a 2-0
tie.
win.
There you go. That would be awesome.
Or a
It's going to
2-2
be
tie into overtime.
whichever one of these defense scores will win.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah. What about Colts at Lions?
This is a good one.
This is one.
Both the teams are actually playing well. The Colts, however, have been managing to have their play turn into wins, and Detroit manages to lose the game. They should have won that game last week, though.
Yes,
That's a stupid rule.
the one about the.
It's a stupid. Yeah, a coach
review.
throws a challenge, and it would have been reviewed anyway, so now it doesn't get reviewed.
Yeah, that doesn't make
That's
any
the
sense. to
stupidest
me.
damn rule ever.
I know.
That kind of pissed me off.
I know. It
'Cause
was
that
like
was a
I didn't
bad
even
play.
understand what the heck was happening until like the next day when I saw it on SportsCenter and they explained it. Like I didn't
So
know why it
stupid.
didn't get challenged. But I got a question. Does
okay.
Andrew Luck get kicked in the balls this week?
I want to kick him in the balls.
Or kicked in the?
He will get kicked in the balls figuratively.
Oh, okay. You think so?
Detroit
You're
will
gonna
win
take
this
Detroit in
game. I will take Detroit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with Indianapolis. I don't think Detroit's playing very well actually, and they're
They're
kind of
not playing good enough to
right
win,
now.
but yeah, they are.
But Colts, they're right there. They need to keep winning, make the playoffs. So I'm gonna
But
take Colts.
the Lions' offense is playing pretty well lately. Calvin Johnson's back. It took him a while, but he's back.
Yeah. Do you know he actually has more yards than he did last year at this point?
No, I don't. I guess the touchdowns makes a big difference, though. And
Yeah,
if your
it does.
team's winning or not, you get a little bit more, a bigger nod your way. All right, Minnesota at Green Bay.
Think about this one for a minute.
Really?
No. Green Bay. Gotta go with
Go-
Green Bay.
I'm going to go Green Bay, too, just
Yeah.
for the reason I mentioned earlier. When you think when you think Aaron Rodgers is out of it, he proves you wrong.
Yeah, I think they gotta come back and play strong this week. In the divisional game, they gotta
I
play
think it'll be
strong.
close, though. And I'm not going to look at Green Bay to score a lot of points. You're
Yeah.
going to have to play some defense.
Oh,
You
shoot.
have to figure out how to play some defense.
Yeah.
The good
Well-
thing is they're not going up I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Well, the
They're not going up a
best
good
players
passing
on
game, at least.
two best players on defense are out. Clay Matthews and Woodson. And
Man, you
I
still got
believe
11 guys
Matthews is supposed
suit
to
up,
play
though.
this week. So that'll make a big difference. Help bring on some of that pass rush. Which was kind of surprising because everyone was saying how, Rodgers had no time because he got sacked 5 times. Packers sacked Eli Manning 5 times as well. Without Clay Matthews there. So the Green Bay's defense was pressuring the quarterback, which was kind of surprising because that's all they were doing is pressuring the quarterback. Back in the backfield, they couldn't do. Back in the defensive backs, they couldn't do anything against New York. But they're not playing against Eli Manning this week. They're playing against Ponder. I'll take Green Bay.
All right. Houston at Tennessee. I got to pick first.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Houston. I mean, that's not too hard of a pick.
No, I'm gonna go Houston too.
Carolina at Kansas City.
This might actually be a very good game.
Well, good as in, might be
Close.
close. Not good as in anyone's going to give a damn.
No, nobody's gonna watch this game except for you.
I will. I'll watch it.
Who do you think is gonna win? Oh, wait, I pick first, don't I?
Yep.
If I pick Kansas City, does that count as an upset? Since Carolina has 2 wins.
Dude, I think Carolina has 3 wins.
Oh, do they? Oh,
They
it's
won
definitely an
last
upset.
week.
I'll pick Kansas City.
Oh, yeah? I'm not going to pick Kansas City.
Dang it, I was hoping
Tired
to
of picking Kansas
bait
City.
you into that.
No, man. I'm so sick of this team right now. So sick of them. Tampa Bay at Denver.
Tampa Bay at Denver. Okay, it's your turn. Go.
Oh, this will be a good one. I really want Tampa Bay to come out and crush them. I know who you're going to go with because you've actually picked Denver to run the table, and they haven't let you down yet.
Not yet.
This will be a tough game for them. Kansas City last week really played Denver pretty hard.
Did they
but-
outplay Denver? But
No.
lose?
No, they did not. Their defense
Okay.
played well. Their offense, they're horrible. They
Oh.
can't pass the ball.
Yeah.
Kansas City cannot pass the ball.
I was actually surprised on how close that game was.
Well, Kansas City's defense is pretty good. They just can't, and their run game is really, really good too, among the top in the league. Their passing game is god awful, horrible, bad.
Who's starting?
But
this game?
anyways, Kansas City's not. I think it's Brady Quinn again.
Oh, okay.
But Kansas City's not in this game. It's Denver. Tampa Bay's defense, I don't think, is as powerful as Kansas City's. Denver's at home. I'm going to take Denver, but it's going to be close. It'll be a good game.
Yes, it will be. But I gotta go with Denver as well.
All right,
Of course.
Cleveland and Oakland, another one of these games that nobody cares about.
Let's see. Cleveland wears
What's this you
brown, like poop. Oakland wears black.
Like sick poop.
I don't know. I gotta find some reason to pick one of these teams to win. Let's see. I'll go Oakland. Home team.
Well, I'm pretty sure Darren McFadden's back.
Oh, I didn't even know he was out. I don't follow Oakland at all.
Yeah, I don't really either. I don't think Darren McFadden is all that. Every once in a while, he has a good game, and then he stubs his toe and is out for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cleveland. I like Trent Richardson. I like what Cleveland's. I think they're playing some really strong defense, and I hate Oakland, so I like rooting against them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Okay.
Cincinnati at San Diego. For the same reason I picked Cleveland. I hate San Diego. I like rooting against them. I might as well do it with a pick on the line. And I think Cincinnati's playing some pretty good football right now. AJ Green is awesome.
AJ Green is awesome. I
God, he's
think
good.
Andy Dalton's a pretty good damn player too.
Yeah. I mean, to get both of those players in the same draft, what an awesome draft they had that year.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. But yeah, I'm going to go Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati. I hate San Diego. I'm just so tired of them. I have been for years.
Hey, me too. All right, the next one at the beginning of the season would have looked like a great matchup. Hell, even 3 weeks ago would have looked like a great matchup. Today, however, Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Yeah, Roethlisberger's out again. They turned the ball over 8 times last week. The Steelers did. Baltimore. Did you hear about Ray Lewis might be coming back?
For
here
this
in the
game?
No, in like 2 more weeks.
Well, they got Terrell Suggs back, so if they get Ray Lewis back too, I mean,
All bets
Be
are
pretty
off.
good.
I'm going to take Baltimore in this game at home. Just because
I'm taking
Pittsburgh.
Baltimore.
I think the other team caught more balls than Pittsburgh did last week.
Oh yeah,
From their own quarterback.
Oh yeah. Who's starting? Do we know who's going to be the quarterback at Pittsburgh? Is it Batch or is it
I think
Leftwich?
it's still Charlie Batch, as far as I know.
Yeah. There's a reason why he's a third string quarterback, as he showed us last week. I'm going to go Baltimore, and I think Baltimore blows them out.
Yeah. Baltimore will close out the division this week.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Philly at Dallas.
Oh my gosh. This is one that was supposed to be a good game at the beginning of the year too. Now it's just like
sure.
nobody even cares. Crappy quarterback versus crappy quarterback. I'll go Dallas.
I'm going to go Dallas too. I think Dallas is playing a little bit better right
Yeah.
now.
Dallas is playing better.
Philly has lost, I think, 7 in a row.
Yeah, and Andy Reid should keep his job, right? Right.
Well, I don't think he should keep his job, but I don't think that they should fire him.
So what do you mean? Think he
know.
should step down?
I don't really know what I mean.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I know,
But
you're just an Andy
you
Reid.
see my reason, though. No. Here's my reason. If Andy Reid is fired, he will become the number 1 hottest coach without a job this season. And who is Philadelphia going to pick that's better than Andy Reid?
Well, you know there's always coaches out there that nobody knows their name. I mean, look at Mike McCarthy. He was the offensive coordinator of the 49ers. 49ers had like the 25th offense the year before, and Packers hired him as his head coach. Look how that turned out. So there's always coaches out there. But I don't think
Hey,
Andy Reid should be
Andy
back.
Reid, come on over to fire. Yeah, I think I'll take my. Philadelphia needs to fire Andy Reid. Andy Reid needs to go to Kansas City. That's what needs to happen.
I'd like to see that. I think Andy Reid needs to change the scenery. I mean, that team is just such a mess right now. I don't even know where they would start. I mean, 2 years ago, it looked like they had no holes in their team. Their team was going to be awesome, the dream team, you know. And now it is just falling apart and looks like hell. I think that team. I don't know if Andy Reid's the general manager of that team or not, but whoever it is, that person should get fired. and
Yeah.
take the same bus as Andy Reid. Go down Kansas
And Romeo Cornell and Scott Pioli. They can all
Mm-hmm.
take the same bus. Actually, they can just trade spots. I don't care. The last game, Monday Night Football. This is a good one for Monday Night Football, actually. The
It
New York
is.
Giants at Washington Redskins.
Picked against the Giants last week. I don't know if that was so smart.
Wait, you know what else is not smart?
What?
Guess how many interceptions Drew Brees has?
5.
5 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Hey, you know what? If Drew
What?
Brees doesn't get a touchdown in the next minute and 52 seconds, which it looks like he's not going to,
Oh, it'll break
his
that
streak is broken.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that. Except,
Still-
yay,
still-
because I'm playing against him in fantasy.
Woohoo! New York Giants at Washington Redskins.
Yeah, who do you got? I think it's your turn to pick.
I mean, the Giants looked pretty good against Green Bay, obviously. Washington's defense isn't all that. I think New York could score on them. I'm going to go. It's going to be fun watching the defensive line of New York chase around RG3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it will.
I'm going to go Giants.
Okay, I'll go Redskins.
But it's hard.
I'll go
All right, we're
Redskins.
just going to go whoever I didn't go with?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is no, kind of. I was hoping you were going to go for the Giants so I could pick Washington.
Okay.
But-
You're welcome.
But, I think Washington, this is a trap game for the Giants. I don't know what
Giants,
Washington's-
it's not like they don't have a great win streak going right now. Their win streak is 1.
Hey, that's a pretty good win streak. Better
Well-
than the Packers win streak.
That's true. Or the
I don't
Chiefs win streak. The Chiefs win streak is -7.
Hey, so is the Eagles.
That's true.
All right.
All right.
I'll take
I was
Washington.
going to say something. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Which one of these teams you think is going to be the biggest blowout? The ones that we agreed to.
New England.
I'm
Let's go with the
thinking New England,
Miami
too.
game. All right.
Let me just
What
look
about-
to see.
10 points.
Woo! You're starting high.
Yeah.
Gosh, 10 points. I'll take 11.
You'll take 11? I'll take 13.
What I like about New England is that they never let up.
I know.
If they're
they'll
ahead
run the
24,
score.
they're still trying to score.
Yeah.
So they are a team that could really run the score up. 13, that's high. But it seems about... I'll take... Oh, wait, we're not doing the halves. I'll take 13.5.
Oh, you'll take 13.5?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds... I'll take under. I'll take under
Okay.
13.5.
All right, that's going to be a pretty tough one.
Ah, gosh, that's hard, though. 13 points. That is just under 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
is a lot to win by in the NFL. Doesn't matter who the teams are.
I know. But if anyone could do it, it's going to be New England because they just keep scoring and keep scoring and keep scoring. So turning points will look just a little bit different.
How's it going to look different? All they do is hear us.
Turning points is going to sound just a little bit different.
That's
Butthole.
better.
It's still going to be very random, and we still don't know what the other person is asking. However, instead of one person being on the hot seat, we're going to take turns going back and forth being on the hot seat. So I'll ask Cartman my turning point question. He'll answer it. I'll have whatever comment I have, and he'll ask me his. And we'll do this back and forth until we run out of questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What superhero that has never gotten his or her own major motion picture deserves one? Or deserves to be added to one of the franchises?
Huh.
You know what I mean? So maybe an Avenger that should be in Avengers 2 or something like that. I mean, because if Elektra and Catwoman can get their own freaking movies, I mean, I think there's some clear
I know,
choices
right?
in DC. There's some people in DC that have never really gotten.
That's
DC
kinda
is
what
doing a horrible job about making movies for their shows.
I know.
The only reason why Marvel is so much more popular right now is because they're making movies that are appealing to a new audience.
Uh-huh.
DC is
Does
not
he-
doing that.
I was thinking Flash, actually.
Yeah?
Flash is in the Batman Lego, too. He's fast.
I haven't gotten that far yet in that game. No, I would actually add a character to the Avenger series.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, if I could change my question, I want them to redo Daredevil because I think Daredevil, they could make him a really dark movie about Daredevil and just have it really good. Like kind of like the Batman.
Oh yeah.
things. Or
Sure.
what would be awesome is like, I would love to see a Daredevil video game that's like the Arkham Asylum or like the Assassin's Creed type gameplay. I think Daredevil would work really well for a gameplay like that. However, if I'm going movie, if I stick to my question, I'd like to see the Vision added to Avengers 2.
Who's the Vision?
The Vision is he's this android, and I don't think he ever will be added because in order to introduce him, you have to introduce a pretty big storyline that might take an entire movie. You have to introduce Ultron. You'd have to have Hank Pym. You'd have to have all these characters. Or Hank Pym should be added to the Avengers. He should have been the first one, actually. But he's this android that can like change his body mass to be at least so thin that he can walk through walls, or so thick like hard as diamonds where he can't be harmed.
Oh wow.
He's a pretty, and he's like an android, so he has like no emotion. He's kind of like Data on
Star Trek.
The Next Generation. That's kind of like his demeanor. Yeah, I like him. He's a cool character.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would have to go with Flash. I was thinking about him. They did have that movie back in the 80s or whatever. But it would be cool to see a major motion picture, like big time movie of the Flash. Just because he's a cool character, but like he's not real well known, you know? Hey bro, what do you want for Christmas this year?
You know, if I'm going video games, I want Assassin's Creed 3. I've actually Cyber Monday, I bought myself Borderlands 2 for like $30, so it's half off on Amazon.
That's cheaper than I bought it at Walmart on Black Friday. I bought it for $35.
Suck it.
Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't even gotten it yet.
Oh, okay.
I ordered it on Monday.
Freaking awesome. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. I'm not that far. I'm like level 12.
Oh yeah.
Not very far in it.
I'm so excited to play that. Also video games. I still want to get Ultimate Alliance 2. I know it's super old, but I can't freaking find it anywhere.
I'll call around down here and see if I can find it.
All right. I haven't really
used to
tried
have it,
too hard.
and I don't know what happened to my copy.
All right. But outside of video games, I need a clock for my man room. I really want a Kansas City Chief clock. That's something
that is the most random ass thing I've ever heard.
Is it?
A clock?
Yeah, a Kansas City Chief clock for my man room.
It's still a clock.
Yeah.
Like
you have no idea how many times I've sit in my man room. My wife's like, dinner's at this time, or Parker needs a bath at this time, but I have no freaking clue what time it is.
Dude.
And so I'm always running back and forth out of my room. Yeah, but if I'm playing video games, I can't see my computer screen because my
you got
laptop.
2 computers. You got your smartphone. What else do you need, dude? There's
I
3
never
clocks
know
in
where
your
my
freaking
phone
man room.
is. I'm not a guy that carries his phone around all the time. I never know.
That.
I'm a guy that keeps his phone on the counter. I get home, I put my phone on the counter, and then the next morning I spend about 10 minutes looking for my goddamn phone.
I know exactly that feeling. See, if I could get anything for Christmas, I would ask for world peace.
Oh.
Nah, fuck that. I would want...
And there's our PG rating. PG-13 rating, folks. You get one of those words and you can still rate PG-13.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
So if I say it again...
Don't say it again. I'll have to edit out your second one.
All right, let's see. I don't know what I would want. I got Borderlands 2 like I wanted already, and I got... Des is buying me a new Blu-ray player for Christmas. So mine's a piece of crap, and the open button fell off of my Blu-ray player. And so you have to use the remote to open it, and I have not been able to find my remote for like 5 days.
Can't you open it with a butter knife?
Well, yeah, but the play broken, or the play button's broken too, and that one you can't.
You gotta stop chewing on your Blu-ray player. I got a question for you.
What's up?
When you're wiping your butt, I'm trying to set the mood here.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you scrunch or fold your toilet paper?
Oh, man. Depends how big of a hurry I'm in. If I need to get out of that bathroom, I'll just scrunch and wipe and go.
I scrunch every time.
Really? Well, if I'm going for comfort, I'll fold it over sometimes.
Going for comfort?
Yeah.
Really? It's uncomfortable scrunched? Don't you think sometimes toilet paper can be too soft?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, you
Or
wiped your butt and you're not even sure if you wiped it or not because you didn't even feel anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
You never have that problem in like grocery store restrooms
Oh, no,
or anything.
man.
No, that stuff's like
horrible.
cardboard.
Oh, yeah. It's just like,
Very thin
it's just
cardboard.
break down the boxes and then they pile them up next to the toilet. It's like, here, good luck.
Wow. All right.
If that's the case, I would definitely fold cardboard.
Yeah. Fold. Definitely. You can get a paper cut from cardboard if you crumple it up.
Absolutely.
So I got a weird question for you. Now this one here, I'll just ask you.
Okay.
All right. Is there a certain color that you do not wear on your clothing? Like as the main color?
Yeah, what's kind of funny is that I'm a leadership teacher at the middle school, and one of the things that we did for October was we decided let's have a pink day, a turn the school pink day, where everyone wears pink for breast cancer awareness, and the class with the most gets a prize. And
You didn't wear pink?
I didn't own anything pink. I own nothing. I had to go buy a shirt that was pink just to wear it one day a year.
Yeah, I would have had to go buy a pink shirt too.
Yeah, so pink. Yeah, I don't. It's not that I have anything against wearing pink. It's just that I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
and you know what's funny? I bought the one pink shirt in the entire store that fit me.
fat ass.
I guess so.
Yeah, because like the reason I asked that is
Only skinny people wear pink, I guess.
my wife always says I look good in red, but I almost always refuse to wear a red shirt.
Why?
I don't know. I just think I look stupid in red.
Like Santa Claus? Like the Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah, with the rosy cheeks and just missing the big beard. And then for everybody out there who's never met me, I look just like Santa Claus without the beard.
Yep. No, you don't. You don't have a reindeer.
A little bit.
You got the little.
If I had the beard.
You got the little kids following you everywhere. Like Santa.
Those aren't kids, they're elves.
Oh, whatever.
Fucker.
All right. Well, so you got the little elves following you everywhere.
Don't worry about who's following me.
Wait, who's behind me? What's the weirdest? Is it my turn to ask?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what you just asked me. What's the weirdest thing you've done while driving?
The weirdest thing I've done?
Yeah. Like eating cereal while you're driving, or...
Oh, I've dry shaved with a dry razor while driving before.
Is that the weirdest thing?
I
got that beat.
Well, right,
I think I got no matter what you say beat.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Do you know what mine is? I know you know the story. So when we were in high school,
I don't know.
We used to moon each other all the time. Like from the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
So one time I was driving and my passenger happened to be a female, and I was like, "Hey, you should moon them," because that's what we did. Because we just mooned our friends all the time. But she didn't feel comfortable mooning people. She's a girl, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's stupid.
For some reason, the rules are different. So I was like, "Fine, if you won't do it, I'll do it. Hold the wheel." And so she held the wheel. I drove up next to them on the passenger side. Don't try this at home, folks. Drove up next to them on the passenger side. I jumped up. It was in the pickup truck, the white pickup truck. I jumped up on the seat.
my truck that I still drive today?
That one. I jumped up on the seat and mooned him. So I had to get like a good start on the gas so that I could kind of slow down as nobody was on the pedals, you know. It's so freaking dangerous. What a stupid thing to do. But that was the weirdest thing I'd ever done while driving.
I can't wait till Parker does shit like that and then you ground him for like a week for doing something stupid.
Yep. Hey,
it's like, dude,
I should have been grounded too.
Get naked on top of your roof. What are you gonna do when Parker gets naked on top of your roof? I'm just asking.
I'll just figure it out as I go. Yeah. Say, hey, what are we doing up here? All right. What's your question?
All right. What eating show would you rather be on? Man versus Food or Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Like, am I a restaurant owner?
No. The host.
Okay. I don't know, man.
Because
Man
the way I
vs.
see
Food
it
just seems painful.
Yeah. Well, Man vs. Food I think is a better show though, and is a lot more famous than Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. But to be the host itself, yeah, Man vs. Food looks painful sometimes.
Yeah, man. When I eat, I want to enjoy what I'm eating. I don't need to eat something because it's super huge or super hot. I want it to be good. So I guess I'll go diners, drive-ins, and dives. And we've been to a couple diners, drive-ins, and dive restaurants on some of our trips, and I have
And
yet
a man
to
vs.
be...
food restaurant that I just saw on TV.
We've been to one?
Yeah, we've been to the Crab Pot there in Seattle.
Oh, that's
and
true.
that was on Man vs. Food here.
Okay.
It wasn't for the challenge part, but they went and visited it.
Okay. Yeah, and, I have yet to be disappointed by going to a restaurant that any of those Food Network shows have recommended. So, cool beans.
All right, what's your question?
Have you ever been kicked out of a bar?
Kicked out of a bar?
And how'd you get kicked out? You've never been kicked out of a bar?
I know. I've been in bars so much throughout my lifetime.
And you're such a stupid drunk. I just figured you've been kicked out of a bar.
You know, I never have actually been kicked out. I've been cut off.
Okay.
Plenty of times. And I think if I wouldn't have left, I would have gotten kicked out.
Okay.
Because one time on a New Year's Eve, I got cut off at like 12:30. And I was drunk. I was way out of it. And, I was mad, and I go to go pay my tab because she wouldn't sell me anymore, and I freaking tripped over a floor mat and freaking fell behind the bar. After that, I jump up. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving.
I'll tell you what, I got kicked out of a bar one time. I wasn't even drunk. I had just gotten to the bar, actually. But what happened was I just happened to accidentally knock over one of my friend's drinks, and because I knocked over a drink, they assumed I was drunk, and they kicked me out. The funny part about this, the very next night I was back at the exact same bar. The waitress knocked a drink over, spilled it all over me. She didn't get kicked out of the bar. But I loved it.
She was trying to make money.
No, I loved it, because then I got a free drink. When they spill a drink on you, I guess they give you free drinks. So from then on, now, every time I go to a bar, I try to trip the waiter. Try to get my free drinks.
That's awesome.
Did we run out of questions?
Yeah.
All right. So let's just end the show now.
Okay. Well, I think that's the end.
Yep.
So
that's the best ending yet.
Goodbye, guys.